Hey guys, crypto episode 68. Bit of a rocky up and down week this week. Hit a new all-time high during the week with the ETF launches and come back down again. Friday sort of took a big hit and ended up 2,000 up on the week. So yeah, was expecting a bit of volatility. Thought we might end up a bit higher than this, but they're going to take a little while to get going. The news, of course, is all ETFs, basically. So had the ProShares one launch and the Valkyrie one launch on Friday. And we've got the Vanek one, I believe, launching on Monday. So, yeah, we've seen a little bit of sort of strange news that I didn't think would come quite so quickly. There's actually a limit on how many futures contracts they are allowed to hold. So this is kind of the reason we need more than just one ETF. The ProShares one hit their limit sort of near enough in 2 days. And the CME have had to increase their limit of how much each entity is allowed to hold, which they now have done for the November contracts. So sort of what they were getting is sort of ProShares say would run out of their limit, and instead of buying the October contracts, they started buying the November ones and maybe even the December ones if it came to it. And the people, the sort of owners of this ETF, will end up losing money because they're overpaying for sort of what should really be the current contract, and they're paying for the next contract, which would be a little bit more expensive. But you also get sort of, obviously, eventually the current month contract will expire and they have to sell that and rebuy the following month's contract. So you lose a little bit of money in there as well. So they seem fairly awful sort of ETF to own compared to just sort of if there is a physical one approved eventually, or just sort of holding it yourself. It's not like we can hold them in an ISA in the UK because the Financial Conduct Authority still doesn't like derivatives on crypto. So, yeah, you've got to hold it sort of, if we were allowed to hold these sort of things, it'd be outside an ISA. And, yeah, it just seems worse than real Bitcoin. You could end up with Bitcoin up 100% and the ETF maybe up 50%. So all that just to not want to sort of hold it yourself physically. Doesn't seem worth it. But yeah, more ETFs launching, then expect there's going to be more demand, more sort of manipulation, as we say, because it's all based on sort of futures. But I think overall it should be a positive. But we'll see. So yeah, looking at the portfolio, obviously a little bit up and down all over the place. Bitcoin actually flat, but you can see sort of in the big spike in the middle of the week, that sort of got to new all-time highs, just about $67,000. Ethereum done a little better, 5.5% up. That sort of spiked up to just about all-time highs, just over all-time highs, I think. Cardano down slightly, still sort of lagging behind the others. OMG network pretty flat, but up slightly. Litecoin up 5%, similar to Ethereum. You see the spike in the midweek from all of them. XRP down 4.5%. So that's not had a good week. Stellar, XLM pretty flat. Tron flat as well. My bet on New Cypher to not sell it has gone pretty poorly. That's down nearly 31%. So obviously it's had the big move sort of on the monthly, but yeah, I sort of missed the boat selling this at £1.50 and thought at £1, well, I'll hold on, and it's come down again. So I'll just probably ride this one out and see once we start getting sort of breakout to new all-time highs again, see if this one can do better. So EOS not too bad, 6.5%. Basic attention token, pretty flat. Power ledger, flat as well. Dash, 10% up actually. That's partly come sort of just this morning. That's interesting. Internet computer, 1.34%, and I put another £500 into this. Was thinking about putting it into a stock, but just sort of thought this was back at sort of £31, about £31.50 I think, and I thought that was what I made my last purchase at, so just thought I'd top this one up. Still not 100% sure whether they're actually going to sort of be able to develop anything of significance really before the end of the bull market, so that's a little bit of a worry. I think this is probably more sort of one for the next cycle really, so yeah, not sure whether I should be putting too much into this. It'd probably be one I'd want to buy sort of in the bear market for next cycle, but thought I'd take a little gamble on it. We'll see. Band 5.8% up, not too bad. Quanstamp, couple of percent down. Cocos, 10.7% up, not too bad. And Anchor, 1.9%, so that's pretty flat, but did have a bit of a spike earlier in the week, which has fizzled out. So yeah, that's the portfolio for the week. Interested to see sort of more ETF activity during the week and see what happens. So leave your thoughts and subscribe if you want to see more. See you soon.